in for Stacey Halal, who is sick tonight, so everybody sent her some well wishes. But filling in for me, I'm proud to present to you SJ Santa Cruz.
Hi! Thank you.
Thanks for filling in.
I'm so sad for Stacey, but I'm so glad I actually wore the same glasses that she wears during the show.
Good.
So I can't see anything, but I'm so happy to be here.
Good. Well, there's been so much news. I feel like we just need to dive in.
Get into it.
Okay, on Tuesday, President Trump once again claimed that his father was born in Germany, when in fact we know that his father was born in the Bronx. Donald, you don't need to convince us that you're a Nazi. We believe you.
You've already proved it.
God.
Well, on Wednesday, Joe Biden pledged to be more mindful of women's personal space in the future. And none too soon. I mean, could you imagine having a creepy old guy who touches women without their consent as president?
No, can't do it. It's totally unfathomable, Well, a woman was arrested at President Trump's resort in Mar-a-Lago last weekend with 2 Chinese passports, a laptop, an external hard drive, 4 cell phones, and a thumb drive containing malware. And with all of that gear, she might as well have been wearing a T-shirt that says, "Hi, I'm a spy."
I went to Mar-a-Lago and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
This is "Hi, I'm a spy." It might happen.
Well, a new UK study shows that for women, drinking a bottle of wine increases your risk of cancer the same amount as 10 cigarettes. I know.
It's rough. Yeah.
However, in men, drinking a bottle of wine results in over-eagerly explaining Bitcoin to you.
It's the future.
Yeah, but SJ, e-commerce is really important, and you just need to really.
Fuck you, Jay.
Okay,
Blockchain.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, but people from all around Europe have been flocking to Belgium to compete in an annual goal-screeching competition where competitors try to recreate the cries of seagulls. This is a very real thing. But it's also known as the most fucking annoying person in the world competition.
I'm not going.
Yeah,
I'm
you're not
going.
Okay,
No.
great. Me neither.
A woman in Wales has broken the record for the most Harry Potter memorabilia with a collection of nearly 3,700 pieces. When asked what her spouse makes of her obsession, she responded with, "Spouse? What's a spouse? Is that a charm? I don't remember that. Was that in the Order of the Phoenix?"
It was, in the summer portion, Well, a fashion house, Y Project, unveiled Jaunties this week as a part of their new collection. Now, Jaunties are jeans that you wear as underwear because, the only thing that my underwear is missing is more zippers.
Ah!
Oh,
Dear God!
there it
I
is.
just gotta get a pair.
You have to do a lot of scaping for that.
Could you just wear them? I don't know. Okay.
I mean, look at her with her nice blouse.
I tucked my shirt
her
into
button
my
up.
Jaunties.
She tucked the shirt in too.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going places. Kourtney Kardashian launched a new wellness and lifestyle website called Poosh this week. Between Goop and Poosh, every celebrity wellness brand now sounds like I'm telling my doctor about my bowel movements.
Oh, well, what's next?
I don't know. Jessica Simpson with a, "Is it a little blood okay?"
Oh. It's not. Okay. All right. Well, now in Whole Foods, also known as Whole Paychecks, they announced that they're going to slash prices on hundreds of items up to 20%. Now you can save 20% on the kale that you put in the fridge and then throw away a week later.
Oh, I'm going to save so much money.
You are, yes.
A distracted driver in Minnesota was pulled over this week for erratic driving due to a 250-pound pig on his lap. Police let him go off with a warning because cops won't arrest one of their own.
They're gonna shut us down.
Well, okay, this is just it. The inventor of Swiss Miss powdered hot cocoa passed away this week at the age of 101. But now, at his request, and this was his real request, he asked to be cremated and sealed with some tiny marshmallows, just right in there.
That's beautiful.
That was him. It wasn't me.
Oh. Well, a Lithuanian man was the only passenger on a Boeing 737 jet flying to Italy, the only one.
The only one.
And they still wouldn't give him his whole can of Diet Coke.
No. Damn it. Now, Rolling Stones singer Mick Jagger underwent heart surgery this week to replace a faulty valve. Now, this is when Jagger officially enters his gathering moss phase.
Because he's old.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a drama student in Connecticut stabbed 2 of his classmates while rehearsing a scene from Ashton Kutcher's thriller, The Butterfly Effect, which asks us that philosophical question. If we can go back in time, could we stop this movie from being made?
Hey, it's late night special!
Hello.
Oh my God, oh my God. Well, welcome. Hey, audience, are you having a great time? Good.
Jay, thank you so much for having me.
We're so honored that you're here and
I'm
filling in for Stacy.
really
who's all
excited.
sick.
Well, tell me about you. How's your week?
Oh my gosh, my week was so good. Yesterday, I was a judge for a high school thespian one-act festival.
Oh.
Yeah. Any thespians out there? Former thespians? Just
Yeah.
that's the appropriate amount. Yeah. I watched high school plays. It was all original, and they were a little racy. They were on the edge. I was a little uncomfortable sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, I was in drama in high school.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
I do believe it. I do believe
And
it.
we did those competitions. We used to go to the college, and my only memory is actually trying pop for the first time.
What?
Like, I remember us going to these type of competitions, and like we would just sneak away. And Under This Bridge was my first time illegal substance
Oh
experience.
wow! And you'd like puff, and you'd be like, "End scene."
I needed to get into character, so yeah.
Well, I'm always really impressed. Like, there's a couple times that I've been a judge for these high school things, and they really do blow me away. And I'm more of an easy grader, and I kind of worry about it, where it's like, am I too easy? Will they want me back? But then I am impressed, and so I always just kind of.
Yeah.
I just give it to them. Like I gave away a perfect score once.
Well, I mean, I know you personally outside of this, and I feel like you would only give a perfect score if it deserves a perfect score.
I would, yeah. And so it was like the last play that I saw of the day. Like they were all leaving, it was all over, and I was like packing up my stuff, and somebody was like, "Jay, are you done for the day?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got to see the best for last." And like 500 high schoolers were like,
They were still there.
they were still there. And I didn't care. But that's what I did. That's what I did yesterday.
You tell it how it is.
Yeah, what are you working on?
Well, this week I spent a lot of time preparing for my trip next week.
Where are you going?
I am going to Coachella.
Whoa!
I'm only about 10 years too late.
Who's the big bands, or like what is it this year?
There's 3 main headliners, which is Childish Gambino,
Ooh.
Tame Impala, and then Miss Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay. I like one of those.
Am I supposed to guess which?
Is it not obvious?
I'm gonna guess Childish
Yeah,
Gambino.
he's
Yeah,
great, yeah.
yeah.
And
He's
then one I don't know,
okay.
and then one I'm like,
He's the big draw. Why I'm coming.
Of course.
But actually, there's a lot of smaller bands. I mean, have we all heard of Lizzo? Like, yes. There are my ladies. That's the wine lady from earlier. So yeah, there's a lot of good groups, and I feel like it's just like do it once and then get it off my list. Like, I have been doing a lot of research about it.
Yeah, what are the tricks to get
The tricks? Well, it's funny because there's these lists that are definitely catered to 20-year-olds, and then there's the list that's catered to 30-year-olds.
Okay.
And like the 20-year-old list is like wear this type of bohemian outfit, and the 30-year-old list is like arch support.
Isn't it like water, like a precious thing?
Yeah, it's a precious thing. I got myself a Camelback. Like I'm going fully prepared.
Wow.
I've already upped my ounces of water to 100 ounces a day.
Can I ask a personal financial question?
Yes.
How much was this ticket, this adventure? How much are you in so far?
Well, the ticket itself is like 500.
Oh my Christ.
Which I've done in payments. Guys, this is why I haven't gone 10 years ago, because I could not afford it 10 years ago. I still don't understand how kids go. And then between flights and cars and all that stuff, I'm probably looking at like a good 1,000.
Are you staying, like, do you stay in the facility?
Yeah,
or do you...
my sister and her friends, the only reason I'm going is my sister and her friends had an extra pair of tickets. I saw the lineup and I was like, okay, this is the year I'm actually gonna go. And so they have an RV set up, like in a resort RV, but my friend and I that I'm going with have to stay in a tent. But it's fine. So we're staying kind of outside of the grounds a little bit.
Coachella, okay, wow, that's right. Well, last week we didn't have late night special because every 5th Saturday it's our burlesque show, or the burlesque show that rents it. Vanity's Vaudeville Vixens. Did anybody see the burlesque show?
I did.
You did? Okay,
I
great.
did.
Great. I'm glad that you did.
I was like, yeah, it was great. No, see it next time. It's wonderful.
Vanity Thorne, she's amazing. We're so happy to have her here at Curious. We're very privileged for that. But so many things have happened last week, and so we have this segment prepared. Well, Bill, Laugh Tracks, what is this segment?
Since we've been gone, lots of stuff happened last week. Since we've been gone, yeah. Since we've been gone.
Oh.
Yeah, great. So since we've been gone, hey, Bill McKinley, give a round of applause. Since we've been gone, there's just so many news takes. We need an audience member to come up here to just kind of get us through all of these things. Who would like to come up here? SJ, why don't you grab somebody? Who wants to come
There's
up
too many hands.
Yeah.
So many people.
Hey, get this guy up here. Come on up here. Yeah,
Up here,
walk
come on over here.
Yeah.
If you go through here in the middle, right over here.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Somebody's coming up!
Yeah. All right, what's your name, sir?
My name is Mike.
Mike, here is a mic for you, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, great. So I'm gonna go through these since we've been gone topics, and I just want a hot take. Just a hot take. What do you think about it? All right, wow, it's been 2 weeks since our last show. It's almost too much. I'm not gonna read that. All right, the Mueller report was good, then bad, and now good again, and still no one has read it. What do you think, Mike?
It's redacted, and it's going to implicate Trump tremendously, but, bigly, he doesn't want to believe that.
Wow. That was
Is this mic on?
That was
Yep.
very well thought out. I'm just kind of in that waiting game. It's like the book in my next to my nightstand. Like one day I'll get to it, maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of how I feel.
I'm still working my way through the Starr report.
Oh.
That's
Deep
a
cut, deep
that's
cut.
a
All right.
sticky subject.
No.
Thank you.
All right.
I got it.
Only 90s kids remember that.
I just now.
Now, in the UK, Brexit failed in Parliament again. The English have been humiliated since a bunch of scrappy colonists kicked their asses in 1776. What do we think? Hot take.
I'm Irish. Fuck the Queen and up the IRA.
SJ, you picked the right person.
I know.
All right. Congressman Tim Ryan of Ohio announced the bid for Democratic nomination with the slogan, "I don't know who I am either." Hot take, hot take.
We don't know who you are either.
Yeah, please. SJ?
That's basically who I was in high school.
And you are from Ohio.
Idaho. But
Idaho.
literally everyone confuses those two. So.
Okay, great.
How the hell do you do that?
All right. The mayor of Baltimore is under fire after she sold $500,000 of her self-published children's books to businesses trying to funnel money into her own pockets. Hot take.
People from Baltimore pronounce it Balmer.
Oh.
Explain. I'm going to press you, Mike. What was that?
They just do. They say Balmer.
Oh.
Where are you from, Balmer?
Oh, I'm from Balmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Baltimore.
Oh.
They say Balmer.
Okay.
The
Learn a
mayor,
little something
the mayor
every
of
day.
Balmer.
Got it. All right. Donald Trump nominated a man who owes $75,000 in back taxes and $300,000 behind an alimony to his ex-wife to the Federal Reserve, and that still represents an improvement on his other nominees. Hot take.
Donald Trump loves those people.
It's true. I mean, what's new?
Yeah. Scientists discovered that the jet lag was good for the brain for fruit flies and may help prevent Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease.
I don't like fruitcake.
Fruit flies.
I know. I just didn't know what else to say.
He's ahead of the game. All right. In San Francisco, a bunch of rich people raised $70,000 to keep homeless shelters out of their neighborhood because they're assholes.
We should move those shelters and tents. We should take some of our Portland people up there and move them right there.
Yes, we should. What do y'all think? Fuck San Francisco. That's what I heard. All right, what do you think, SJ?
I just like somebody that has a plan. We just need someone that has a plan.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have, Portland just doesn't have a plan. All right, according to a new study, drinking just 1 glass of wine per day could increase your risk of stroke, which is why I make sure to finish a whole bottle. Hot take.
I got nothing.
Bill, hot take.
Hot take, I think he just had a stroke.
All right, Nestle is facing a lawsuit because their Poland spring water does not actually come from a spring, or for that matter, from Poland. Hot take, SJ.
Oh, Nesquik, and all I think about is Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and I'm just gonna answer that part.
So what you're saying is the water is what Augustus Gloop gets sucked into
Yes.
at the start of the movie, and that's why you shouldn't drink Poland Springs.
Mike,
Just saying.
Is there not a spring in Pennsylvania near Nestle headquarters called Poland Springs?
boom.
Oh.
All right, the trailer for The Joker came out this week telling the story of a failed stand-up comic becoming a supervillain, also known as Mike Huckabee.
And his daughter Sarah was a stripper, wasn't she?
Moving on.
Wow!
Last one. Nicolas Cage divorced his latest wife after 4 days of marriage, which is still longer than his last movie in theaters. Hot take.
I just read the article about him and Patricia Arquette, how they had a very intense courting ritual when they got married, and they stayed married a long time. Apparently, he didn't do this with the new one, and that's why it only lasted 4 days.
Oh my God, this segment. Give it up for Mike.
Lawyer on retainer, ha!
Thank you so much. You were amazing.
Thank you so much.
You were
That was great.
amazing. Hey, Bill, what was the name of that segment?
Since we've been gone, lots of stuff happened last week. Since we've been gone, yeah. Since we've been gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill McKinley. Well, we have an incredible band that's performing here tonight, and I just want to get this music on the show. Are you ready for some music?
No, I'm excited for some tunes.
Tunes. This is our second four-piece band. We're so excited to have them. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big warm welcome to Dead Men Talking!
If it's all a gaslight, how petty it seems just to lean against the night, keeping all your wounds at bay. But I've never known you to say no to a free ride. Come on, West Virginia, won't you look into my eyes? 'Cause it's a wonder how I was ever gonna sympathize. Your baby's not down tonight. I wonder if it's your nature Don't matter, going astray. Such a soft, subtle creature. I'm sure they'll say, but I'm losing my mind on this. Come on, West Virginia, won't you look into my soul? 'Cause it's a wonder how I was ever gonna turn it into gold. Can the heart still beat in a boneyard of broken dreams? All that remains is just dust on the window pane. Come on, West Virginia, racing him to the dawn. 'Cause in this game of strife, I am in it just a pawn. Now that's now behind you, it's like a staring into the sun. The body's spent and the soul is undone. Winding road is gonna help you to carry the load. Night after night, each lonely night, just staring at your telephone. For withdrawal, no recompense or inebriance, and it's got me up against the wall. Talk to the rain, 'cause on my soul it's coming down the stain.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dead Men Talking. Oh my they're amazing. Hey, give them a round of applause. Come on now. Here, come on over here. Let's get you on the couch. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Welcome.
Hi.
Oh my God, that was incredible.
Yeah, I guess I'll sit here.
Yeah. Well, introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you?
I am a white man in North America.
Aren't we?
My name is Paul.
Paul. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm Corey.
Yeah. So you're a part of this band. I mean, that was incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So good.
A lot of keys.
I
Right?
liked it, and
Yeah.
I generally don't like music.
Neither do we.
I get it from my mother. So where does the name of the band come from?
It was the name of a bar in Madrid I visited.
Madrid.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. I was traveling there. Yeah, it was actually, I think it was in Italian. It was like Parle Mortes. I don't know. I don't know Italian, but I just liked the name underneath it, you know.
And who started the band?
It was me and then the drummer and the bass
Some
player.
other
The bass
people.
player also writes songs too. I wish he could be up here, but it was us three.
I'll
and then,
survive, don't worry about me.
That's Casey in the back.
What are the other band members?
Yeah, what are the
Yeah, so it's Casey was playing bass tonight, but also plays other instruments. Max is on drums. Paul is obviously.
And you're
plays
just
keys
living
and
you live in
guitar.
the Portland band life.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, we both
Yeah,
grew
yeah.
up here. So.
Yeah. What else? So what else is going on? What's the big news? What's next?
I don't know, man.
Well, we went into the studio about a month and a half ago, and we're trying to finish up this record. So we got like,
Is this the second album? Is this the first?
this is the first long
Yeah, the
album.
first one was an EP, and it didn't have Paul on it, so this will be like the first one.
So
So
it's
this is like a fully
It'll be a
formed
full-length,
album.
full-fledged. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you release the title?
I don't have the title yet.
You don't have the
I
title.
wish we do.
Okay.
We
Is that a faux
we have
pas?
some working titles, but none of them have like we've all
okay.
agreed on.
Is
It's hard
there-
to agree on it.
Is there a concept for the new album?
Kinda. I mean, it's kind of like a dystopian, like kind of how I don't know. I think we were all feeling times right now. It's just like feels like the world's ending and like the government's collapsing sometimes, you know. So it was a little bit of that, and a little bit of just everyday struggle and love and everything in between. But a lot of like dark, kind of like big world, dark stuff. Yeah, really, it is.
We're really just trying to bum people out.
You're in the right city.
Your song had a lot of
It's the heart of the blues.
When is it going to come out, and how can people find you and become fans of you?
I mean, we're on all the channels. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on all that stuff. I feel like the album will probably be out hopefully summer. We're shooting for. Yeah. We've been playing more live lately, so we haven't been recording as much. But
Any
yeah.
shows coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're opening for this guy Brent Cowles, who's a touring kind of like alt country kind of guy, but he's at the Hawthorne Theater. So that's on the 27th. of April.
Catch them then.
Yeah, catch him then, yeah. All right. Well, Dead Men Talking is going to be coming back to finish out our show with one more song, but we're thanking you so much for being here and for being interviewed. So ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Corey. Hey, two of the Dead Men Talking. Oh my gosh.
We're doing a lot of talking for some dead men.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to.
Well, I'm ready.
there?
I'm ready to laugh.
I've been waiting all
Yeah,
night.
we're about to bring somebody out. He is just a deliciously weird individual that I'm a huge fan of. So, ladies and gentlemen, go bananas for Steven Wilber.
Yes. Go bananas for my deliciousness. Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys doing good? You guys doing good? A late night special? Oh, yeah! Must be nice. Must be nice to have joy in your hearts. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be bringing this up immediately. Out the gate with this guy. Come on, Wilbur. I'm sorry. I'm just having a bit of a day. I found out, why am I, he's still talking. I found out today that my cat is joining the army.
Oh.
What do you do in that situation? I was talking to him earlier on the phone, like, why are you doing this? Why, are you mad at me? Why would you risk your money for college? They're not gonna let a cat into college. But, no, there's no convincing him. He's, bound and determined to fly over there and fight Mises. Thank you. That joke was brought to you today by Roseburg North Community College. Hey, everyone. Steven Wilber here. Are you in a rut? Do you feel like life's passing you by and it's fish dick pink Miata on the flimsy metaphor of dreams? Well, quit wasting your time farting into that Pringles can, Travis. Enroll into Roseburg North Community College today. Roseburg North Community College, just a convenient 8-hour hitchhike from Portland in realistic Roseburg North. Guinness record holders for world's longest collective sigh, and home to the exciting new STD doctors are calling Roseburg North Pee-hole Spider. Whether you're somebody who just wants to change your career path, a teen who wants to get prerequisites out of the way before a real college, or somebody who just wants to occupy their time so they're not constantly nursing off the business end of a 12 gauge like it's a buckshot-flavored taquito, Roseburg North Community College and check cashing is the place for you. Learn an exciting new trade such as freeform interpretive whippets or European bread repair. Expand your horizons with our art courses like rock looking or falcon midwifery or even graphic design. Or if sports are your dumb thing for some fucking reason, try out for Roseburg North Community College's Fighting House Arrest Anklets Blacklight Backgammon team. It's like regular backgammon, except everyone can see if you came on yourself. Classes starts like September 15th, but the asses stop. Never, baby. Roseburg North Community College check cashing and hubcap consignment emporium, where the future begins with you. So sorry about that. You just gotta keep the lights on, at home. These chinchillas aren't gonna buy their own Jimmy Choos. You know what I mean? Determination, integrity, attitude, risk, reward, heart, energy, adaptability, bravery, originality. Yes. Thank you. That is what I use to remember how to spell diarrhea boy. And now you know my password for everything. This is the part of my set where I sound like Macy Gray, baby. I know. People ask me all the time, Steven, with your full-time job and crippling Ice Age 2 The Meltdown merchandise addiction, where do you find the time to do stand-up comedy? Well, I'm very glad you asked, Hollywood superstar Brendan Fraser. You see, in order to keep my 9-to-5 job by day and my 10 to 10:05 job by night, I have to keep a strict routine. Here is a typical day in the life of Shaboy. 7 a.m. Wake up. I'm just kidding. 7 a.m. Wake up. Get out of bed. Greet Mr. Sun with a how do you do as he fills my bedroom with a warm golden morning glow. He says some pretty anti-Semitic statements that I do not co-sign personally, so I just pretend to not listen to the guy. Go into the bathroom, do the classic shit, shower, shave. Shit, shit, shower, shit. Down a bottle of Ambien, spit it out. Haha, not today, coward. Put on my clothes, realize I put my shirt on inside out, grab a Sharpie, write FUBU on the front so none will be the wiser. Go into the kitchen where I make my traditional morning breakfast, fish, and then it's on my way to work. I take the red line train, and then I transfer to the blue line train. And then I transfer to the green line train, if you know what I'm saying. I transfer to the white line train. And I transfer to the DMT I found in an alley train. Get to work. High five no one. Power move. Go immediately to the water cooler where I see my colleagues Ramon and a woman we affectionately call probably Wiccan Janice. Say to them, hey, did you guys catch TV last night? Ah, what a roller coaster TV was. How are they gonna keep up the pace of TV next season of TV? Ruse maintained. Pour myself a piping hot cup of coffee, cause don't even talk to me. Ever. Get to my desk. Check my email. Check my email. Check my email. Check my work email. Check my 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 email. Realize she's never coming back, and if she did, why would she tell you via email, you fucking idiot? You should have downed that Ambien when you had them. Check my email. Buy a bunch of Ice Age 2 The Meltdown merchandise online. To be fair, some of it is European variants of stuff I already have, but mostly it's stuff I already have. Blackout. Wake up in a pile of dried leaves and viscera. Scrape the blood off my face and stagger back to work. Stare at myself in the bathroom mirror, trying to piece together what happened to no avail. Tell myself over and over, hey, clearly you have no responsibility over this. You weren't in control. You don't even remember what happened. Some malevolent force was pulling the strings, even though I know deep down that was the real me. Only the devil knows what happened in those woods that day. But as long as he ain't talking, well then, brother, neither am I. And that is a typical day in the life of the greatest employee Comcast has ever had. Thank you guys very much. Steven Wilber, I'm gonna go over there now.
Steven Wilber, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, Steven, you are a delight, and you're so weird.
Thanks.
You're so weird, but don't you just love him? Do you love him?
Yay!
I love him. I love him. I've been a fan of yours forever.
Forever?
Forever.
Even at the beginning?
Even at the beginning.
Those problematic early years that every comedian has to go through?
Yeah, the Old Testament.
The Old Testament of comedy.
No, I have. You've been doing, how long have you been doing comedy?
1 year.
Plus.
Several more.
Yes.
Ooh. 8, I think, going on 8.
8 years, yeah.
Should hang it up.
No.
Should really. You know what I really loved earlier? I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but when they were playing and the white guy, Paul, I believe, the self-proclaimed white man of the group, he pulled out his guitar and he started doing little licks, and you did like a this dude's got chops.
I think that's another white guy thing. Of
You were just
no, I could do it if I practiced, but I don't.
game recognized game.
He was just making sure I was paying attention.
It cracked me up.
Are you paying attention? He's shredding. No, I did like the guitar part. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, you perked up.
So what are some of the things that you've done in your comedy career that you're the most proud of?
This show.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, but what are some of the big things you've done? You were Portland's funniest person once upon a time.
Once upon a time in a land far
Real
far
close.
away. Well,
Yeah.
Portland's not really a city. It's more of a, I was gonna say state of mind, but
That's fair.
it's so much more than that, right? It's a piece of home that you can take with you anywhere. And when I'm so tired. I don't even know. I don't know where.
Are you gonna land this?
No, I am not going to land. I did not do my.
You're just going up. Yeah. Well, but you did win. You did win the contest.
win.
It was the 4th year that the contest existed.
2014.
Did you? Was it an
Anna Melanie.
upset? Did you expect it? Did you go into it?
I did not expect it, and I don't think anyone else did either. To a point where people were like, well, one of us had to vote. Like how we all hate Nickelback, but people are still going to Nickelback, and you're like, who are these people?
There's so many.
Is it me? Did I go to Nickelback? And now I'm lying about it?
Well, you won. Were there any big opportunities that came from it?
I was asked to open for a cake cover band.
Ooh. Was it Fashion Nugget?
It was,
They're great.
but that request was never fulfilled.
Oh.
Terrible name for a cake cover band.
I mean.
If you're gonna pick a name,
What would your cake cover band name be?
Icing.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's right there. It's right there. It's covering.
I'm very glad you asked it.
I didn't know I was setting it up. Yeah. Well, we have collaborated in the past. Yeah, I was asked to produce a Hump film. Is anybody a fan of Hump? Yeah.
Yes, Dan Savage.
Amateur Porn Film Festival. Yeah, The Collector, yeah. And, somebody asked me, the filmmaker, the director, was like, we need a guy to play a cum collector.
Steven Wilber.
Yeah, and it just was like, this is the guy. And so I called you up, and you were like, I'm in. Yeah.
I'm in, I'll bring the jars.
No,
You want me to be prop master? Got it.
I loved filming that. I mean, you were so great, and we had hundreds of jars. We actually won Best of Humor of Hump that year, and it was a lot to do with Steven Wilber, so I'm going to give you a little round of applause.
That was the weirdest because it was, I literally came over to this house that had all these jars and bottles filled with laundry starch and just little stickers on every jar was like a different celebrity's name. And then they said, now talk about these.
Well, I mean, it was just a riot because we wouldn't let you see the labels or what was on the hundreds of jars of just jizz, and just let the camera roll, and you just picked it up, and all of that was just ad lib and off the cuff, and I loved it.
And there's 6 hours of
Hours.
unusable stuff.
Hours.
And you could pull 5 minutes out of it.
Well, I mean, the Cum Collector one, I mean, years ago, 5 years or so ago for Hump, and have you had anybody kind of come up to you and recognize you and been like, the Cum Collector? Like, it's happened
I
in church?
just had
In church?
somebody yell the collector over here. No, I actually.
I'm hoping one day, like on a plane, somebody's like, that guy's the Cum Collector.
Recently, I went with my girlfriend to a Portland Mercury holiday party, and I didn't even think about it. Like, she works for them, and I didn't think about it for a second. And then immediately when I walked in, I was like, oh dear God. People, hey, Cum Collector, here's a free doobie.
Really? Like, people
Yeah.
addressed you as Cum Collector?
Yes.
Did you warn your girlfriend before? Like, did she know about this past?
She knew, yeah, she knows. But I just, no less than 6 people within an hour were like, hi, I like you psychopath, I like you. I like that documentary you guys made.
Well, so that was the obvious up front. Has anybody been like, hey,
Hey, let me go to my car. I brought something. I didn't have a jar. I just had this empty viola case. Keep on keeping on, man. Only twice. It's only happened twice.
That's great. Well, Steven, now are you Roseburg? Is this actually where you're from, or is that just a funny bit?
Roseburg isn't just a place. It's a
State of mind.
piece of home you can keep in your pocket.
Are we gonna land this one?
No, I wrote that for just some weird community college, and if I'm not in Portland, I have to like look up towns because I'm a dumb jerk about this. Like, I have to look at, like, make it factually accurate. I have to go find a place that's like could be a long hitchhike from whatever town I'm in, and that does not already have a community college there. Or like, I sometimes will look up like, hey, what are the highest crime rate towns in Texas? And like.
Well, but then you're not from Roseburg. Where are you from?
No, I'm from the road, man.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay.
I'm from I've lived here since '08.
Okay.
And
but would you say that you are an Oregonian?
No.
Okay.
Does anyone?
Yes.
Asked and answered. Okay. I'm mostly Eastern Washington. That's where like a lot of elementary school, and I went to college.
Well, we have
there.
a game that we'd like to play with you. And the name of this game is Oregon Fact or Fiction!
Fact or fiction?
And we're going to play a game, and you have to decide if it's fact or fiction. And SJ, you're going to be playing, Steven, you're going to be playing. And
Great.
would like to invite an audience member to come up if they would like to play. And you might win a prize, you might not. If anybody wants to come up, now is the time.
Which one will
Oh,
it
we
be?
got one back here.
Yeah, come on. If you can, yeah. And as she comes up, ladies and gentlemen, give her the warmest round of applause. Yes. Welcome. Okay, what is your name?
Lisa.
Give Lisa a round of applause. All right. right, Lisa, how are you doing? Are you
I'm good.
okay? Your coat is amazing.
Thank you.
I think you're the best dressed person on the stage right now.
Thank you.
How fucking dare you?
I included myself in that. All right, so you're playing, the people on the couch are playing, Bill, you're playing too. All right, Oregon, fact or fiction, number 1. In 1914, a celebrity survivalist attempted to spend a year in the wilderness alone after it was revealed he didn't know basic survival or camping procedures. Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Now, I want to know, are these questions that are like, fiction, it was Idaho, stupid? Are the answers like that? Then fact.
Okay, SJ?
Yeah, that sounds like something, like a fact that somebody from RIE would tell you, or REI.
Irie.
Obviously, I'm not an outdoor person. Yeah, like that's.
Audience, what do you think? Fact or fiction? You can all yell it, it's fine. Yeah. Fact? Okay.
Hey, don't yell.
It is fact!
Yes!
Joe Knowles, AKA the Mr. Birthday Suit, that's real, walked into the Holland Woods wearing nothing but a loincloth and was immediately covered in poison oak, and he lasted only a month.
But look at his hairdo. Like, he looks rugged.
That's not him.
All right,
That's a
number 2.
stock photo.
Number 2, fact or like maybe it was an Old Spice commercial.
Kind of looked like
That-
Harrison
like, yeah.
Ford.
Yeah, that looked like, yeah, it did look like Harrison, like Moses.
Harrison Ford is Moses
Okay, that's
from that
right,
movie.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Number 2, in 1922, an unnamed woman in the Dalles was fined and legally forced to stop wearing a full outfit that she made from Tillamook cheese.
Yum.
Gross.
What year?
1922.
Fiction.
Fiction. That was 31. Everyone knows that.
SJ?
I'm gonna do a fact, because I just want it to be real.
Audience, what do you think? Fact or fiction? Fiction. It is fiction. SJ, you are losing. Fiction, although that you could pair that dress with a nice Oregon Pinot Noir and have a nice walking wine cheese party. It is fake.
She's
All
got
right.
pepperoni boobies.
Your mind just went there, didn't it? It's like a knockoff Disney stepsister.
I can't stop thinking about what you just said. Number three.
Hashtag pepperoni.
In 1895, an Oregon man convicted of murder pretended to be in a coma for a year to avoid the death penalty.
Fact.
Fiction.
I'm gonna say fact.
Audience? Fact. It is a fact. Yes.
Yeah.
Charles Feister spent 515 days in an Oregon jail cell pretending to be in a catatonic state, and he got caught when his sons were put in the same cell and the other prisoners heard them talking at night. Snitches.
Listen, not all heroes wear
Didn't they ever remember like snitches get stitches?
Yeah. And why was somebody in a coma just like, get in your cell?
Sir, did you know that for sure? Because you made like a, yes, of course. It's weird that this is even in the game. It's so obvious that that is true.
My God, he's plotting right now.
I'm the grandson.
All right, number
And
4.
Pappy did wear stitches.
Number 4, the Champagne riot of 1934 broke out when an English mobster found out his brunch spot had run out of champagne and started a fist fight, which spread into a 15 blocks downtown Portland.
Fact.
That's fiction as hell, dude.
SJ?
Yeah, brunch wasn't popular until like 2000s, so I want to say fiction.
Audience? Too soon.
Fiction.
It is fiction. Oh my God. While there was champagne riots in Portland, it was in 1866.
Oh.
You called it, in the home of Joseph Champagne, probably giving him a good excuse to drink. All right, number 5. In 1882, Stuart Boyle invented the first mice strip club. Boyle had many successful shows featuring all animal performers, and one grand finale included mice who danced on miniature stages and removed their costumes on cue.
Little mouse hands.
Fiction.
better be fiction, or
What?
I've got a business proposal that I need to change, like yesterday.
I'm gonna say fiction for the type of animal, because I read a BuzzFeed article about cats doing burlesque shows.
Burlesque.
Audience, what do you think? Fact or fiction?
How dare you?
It's fact.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
Just kidding, it's fiction. All right, last one. That's what it would look like. In 1970, Oregonians packed a whale carcass full of dynamite and blew it up on live television.
Fact.
70?
1970.
All right, fact.
Yeah, the audience is really feeling this as a fact. So,
Audience, 1970 whale explosion.
Yeah.
It is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. The whale thing happened. Guess what? You just won 2 free tickets to Curious Comedy Theater. Hey, give a big round of applause for Lisa.
Yeah! Whoa!
Hey, Steven Wilber, you have been an excellent joy, ladies and gentlemen. Give Steven Wilber a round of applause. You can catch Steven Wilber on Andy Main's Goodbye Show. So find him, follow him, love him, all of that.
He's very funny.
He is very funny. I love him dearly. Now, we don't keep the lights on just by laughs and good times. We actually have to get sponsors, and we've had lots of real sponsors and lots of fake sponsors, but we have a very generous one. So this is a segment that we'd like to call A Word from Our Sponsors.
Has this ever happened to you?
Dang, my raggedy old toothbrush hurts my gums, and I can never seem to get rid of all the plaque.
You know, you're not alone. 83% of people are using old, worn-out toothbrushes that just don't get the job done.
83%? That seems really high.
Yes, but it's not an even number, so it seems plausible. Why don't you try something new? Amazon and Whole Foods are bringing you a world of high-tech, sustainable dental hygiene with a groundbreaking new device called Green Brush. Open up the package and try out your new Green Brush.
Is this kale?
No, it's Green Brush. As you can see, Green Brush's all-natural bristles are durable enough to break down the toughest plaque and tartar without causing damage to your delicate tooth enamel.
No, I'm pretty sure this is kale.
No. That is Green Brush. The cleaner, greener way to get your teeth clean and your mouth smelling fresh.
It just really smells like kale.
It's not kale.
Oh, okay, so then how does it work? How am I supposed to brush my teeth with this? Where's the toothpaste go?
That's the best part of Green Brush. The all-natural bristles are full of the vitamins and nutrients you need to fight gingivitis and give your teeth a healthy shine like you've never seen before. You'll never need toothpaste again.
Okay. And how much does this cost?
Just $89.99 at any Whole Foods.
$89.99.
$79.99 if you're an Amazon Prime member.
70 for kale?
Hey, it's not kale. How many times do I have to say it? It's Green Brush. If it was kale, you could just bite right into it and eat it. I stand corrected. Green Brush. Maybe it's kale.
Word from our sponsors. Oh my God, Matt Last, Phil McKinley, oh my God. Okay, so, before we bring out Dead Men Talking for their final rock album debut, something, we actually want to take a moment to spread some positivity, spread some awareness in the world, and we have a guest coming on here. They're going to be making an announcement. It's going to be very vulnerable, but this is a safe space. We agree that this is a safe space, right, audience?
Come on now.
You're on the fence. But, it's for the community. It's for the community. It's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Alex. Alan Gamble. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks for making a really safe space for me.
I mean, it's rough.
Yeah.
Alan, tell us about this condition.
So, yeah, thanks for asking. I have a rare disorder. Less than 1 in 100 people in the world have it. Basically, it interferes with my regular speech patterns and causes me to spontaneously break out into opera singing.
Opera?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, what is this condition even called?
Well, it's so rare that scientists haven't even given it a name yet. It's casually referred to as Pavarotti-itis.
Pavarotti-itis, like the Italian tenor Luciano Pavarotti?
Yes, that's right. It might sound funny at first. Yeah, it might sound funny, but it's no joke living with it, you know.
No, of course not.
Yeah, it's a real struggle every day.
Oh.
Sorry. Every day of my life.
It's okay.
My sad, lonely life. I look in the mirror and see my only friend staring back at me. See, so that's what it's like.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. That was very personal. It's very strong. You know, like it just went to a very dark place. I mean, Pavarotti-itis. I mean, it must be very difficult to just live and make friends and.
Yeah. Well, you know, making friends isn't really the problem. I'm a pretty personable guy with varied interests. So the real problem is keeping my friends after they find out about my condition, because unfortunately it tends to get triggered at the worst possible times, like a wedding, or a funeral, or a dog's birthday party. I can't go to places like a church or a movie theater because they require a certain quiet with which I cannot abide, no matter how hard I try.
I can't even imagine.
I'm so embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed.
No, you're
Thanks
in
for
the
giving
same.
This is a
this
real
time.
condition.
Well, I mean, I can't. It's got to be hard to date.
Yeah, it is, SJ. Thanks for noticing. I've actually started disclosing it on my Tinder profile because I want to avoid any potential awkwardness, but people usually think I'm just kidding. And then we go out on a date, you know, and it's going really well, and one thing leads to another, and then, you know, we start getting to Netflix and chill, as the kids say, and it's like, behold this beast, this terrible monster inside of me. I can feel the vibrations of his diaphragm as he scales up the octave and comes back down. And then they usually ignore my texts and never talk to me again.
That is that's such a personal story. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, is there anything else that we can do here at Late Night Special to help spread awareness about Pavarotti-itis?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Jay. I've actually set up a website to raise awareness and funds for the cause. It's at
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry, web addresses are a big trigger.
It's okay.
Take your time. Take your time.
Get it out. It's okay.
www.stopspontaneousopera.org.
Okay.
Great.
So make it your homepage.
No.
Well, I should probably also let you know that it is contagious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well.
Okay.
How does it spread?
Well, typically, you know, due to prolonged exposure in close proximity.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Alan, thank you so much for being here and being so brave. My heart can't take it. Thank you for your honesty.
It's okay. The honor was truly ours, and we'll never be the same again.
What
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wash your hands, everybody. It's very contagious.
Cover your
It's very
mouths.
contagious.
Oh,
Oh my God, that could just take out a whole elementary school.
he's a survivor.
He is a survivor, and we have survived. And ladies and gentlemen, closing us out for this show, go bananas for Dead Men Talking! Woo!
We all keep rolling towards the sun.
thanks to Steven Wilber. He's in the house. Give it up for him. Find him. And what else do we have to thank? The Laugh Tracks. Give the Laugh Tracks a round of applause. We've been your hosts. Have a great night. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good job. Good job. Well done. Well done. Well done. Yeah.
That sounded great. That sounded so good. Yeah, thank you.